Hey, what's going on, everybody? I am going to give y'all a quick update on STBOT. And after that, we're going to talk about a new project that has been on my mind that is trying to revolutionize the NFT world. So first, let's start off with Soul Trading Bot, STBOT. I've talked about STBOT several times. If you look on my Twitter feed, the first time I spoke about it generally was November 28th when STBOT was trading at less than 100K market cap. Today it trades at 3 million. So what is that, like a 30x basically, right? Again, I wasn't back then trying to tell anybody to buy or sell or whatever. It wasn't investment advice, but I was just telling you that I was a buyer back then because I saw things about the landscape in Solana and STBOT that maybe most people didn't see. Everyone else, I think, was busy chasing WIF and Bonk and all the other meme coins. But what I was looking for was value, right? Value users and actual usage of a product that actually exists too. And STBot was one of those projects that I had done research in, and I had spoken to the community multiple times to understand exactly what they're building, why they're building it, how good is the product going to be, and when I used it, how good the UX UI was, etc. Right? So the point is, I like finding things relatively early and things that are either mispriced or, in my opinion, very underpriced, right? So deep value, let's just put it that way. So when STBot was trading at, pretty much less than 100K market cap, I think almost everybody really was on the bonk chase. Everybody was chasing, meme coins and dog coins and cat coins, etc. Right? I don't really trade that stuff. If I do, it's like in very little size with very little conviction. But when I like projects, I like doing research into them and talking to the teams and actually using the product. And I had used STBot, I had spoken to the team, and then I did, multiple videos, right? This video was done 3 weeks ago. I did several videos on STBot, as you can see, 3, 4 weeks ago. All my videos, you can see they were trading from 300K market cap to 700K to a million. And then finally we hit that 3 million mark, right? So the point is, I was relatively early. And I still think we're relatively early, but today's discussion is not about STBot because I think, STBot is doing its thing and has done relatively well. I pretty much sold out of my position, which I kind of regret, but it is what it is, right? Like I like looking at the market where I can get in early, and I like being involved and engaged with teams, and I can actually use their product or buy their product or talk to the founders or see the team building. And so, in my opinion, the next STBot is in the NFT space, right? So let's close out of STBot for now. And let's kind of look at exactly where I believe the NFT space is going. Okay. So if you're not familiar with ovals, these guys were started in like the brutal bear market of 2022. And that's one big reason why I like them is because, they clearly grinded it out, didn't quit when Solana was pretty much, going through the shitter. When Solana was literally nuking down here, right? Or down here. I'm sorry. Yeah, down here or down here. There's a lot of projects that gave up or they moved to Ethereum or, they just simply didn't have the money to keep going on. But Ovals did, right? Ovals is a NFT project that exists on the Solana ecosystem, and their moniker or their mascot is kind of this owl, right? And they have really cool art in their ecosystem. Like look at these owls or ovals NFTs that they have. Some of them are really, really great. and they're really not that expensive. Like, from a low sale of 10 SOL, I mean, relative comparison to something like Mad Lads, which trades at 150 to 200 Solana each Mad Lad, you could kind of see that Ovals has a long way to go, right? So Ovals, in my opinion, has a massive, massive ceiling upside potential. Now, here's where things get really interesting about Ovals. If you read into their community, they have some of these features on their website as well as their platform called fractional NFT or dollar cost averaging, right? Where you can effectively buy into tokenized NFTs of Ovals in small incremental chunks. And I think that's such a fascinating feature because not everyone can afford any one of these NFTs in large prices, even if it's 10 SOL, which is right now 10 SOL multiplied by $100. That's $1,000 per NFT. That's extremely expensive, right? However, if you want to get exposure, let's just say to the Ovals NFTs, right? In terms of if you see that their market cap and their floor price is going to grow over time, how do you get exposure to that? Well, they actually have something called the OVOL token, which again is what they talk about here, which is fractional NFT DCA. Right? So you can actually buy the OVOL token, which you can find here if you go to Dex Screener and you type in, let me see here. Okay, so you type in OVOL, okay? So OVOL this is their token. So again, right, like trading at a relative low valuation, which is 171K market cap. Now, I will say one thing. If you believe that Ovals in general, in terms of the fractional token, it may not have any relevance to how these NFTs do, or vice versa, that's totally fair. And trust me, I've thought about that before. I've talked to the founders and the team of Ovals before. And to be fair, I don't know if I ever got like an answer that was really convincing to me of how the price of Ovals will in effect be correlated to the token price of the OVOL token, right? But if you ever want to bet on Ovals as a community, Ovals as a project and Ovals as an NFT, right? I think then you can say by proxy, you can buy small shares basically of OVOL token. And currently it trades at 80 cents per token. That's pretty solid, right? Because look, if you go to Jupiter, okay, and you do $300 of USDC, you get about 375 OVOL token. Why did I mention that? Well, because if you go here again, this is something that I did in my videos for STBOT as well, right? I always try to look at like, first of all, how many holders are there? What is the current supply? What is the market cap, right? And then you can kind of do holder analysis, in terms of the distribution, the active holders. But then what you really, really want to see is how much money does it take for a single individual to break into the top 100 market cap. So the bottommost address right here, 300 is the OVOL tokens that he holds, right? Quantity 300. You get to own about 0.13% of the float of the total OVOL ecosystem token, right? That's for $300, you get to be in the top 100 of token holders. That is truly incredible, right? You don't often get many times the opportunity to do that. The last time I found an opportunity like that was with Soul Trading Bot. Now, of course, there's a lot of other scam coins or low market cap coins or dog coins, etc., that do have that potential too, but you don't really know what you're buying into. Ovals, at least, is a ecosystem and an NFT community that's been thriving all the way grinding through the bear market, right? They didn't just come out of the woodwork, today or yesterday, as Solana was trading at $100. They did this all through the bear market, um, all through when Solana was nuking, and they just kept building. And so I have tremendous respect for that. The other thing is, they actually have a pretty vibrant hub of products. Okay, so you can, buy or sell NFTs right through their, marketplace. You can find, oh, you have staking opportunities, which is also really cool. In staking opportunities, you actually get to make these things called essence points, right? Essence is kind of like your reward point system that you get to take your NFT, the Ovals NFT, and you stake it in here. So it's kind of like a reward of getting paid back in their ecosystem token. They're more points rather, right? And those points could be redeemed in the future for other things. I'm still not sure if the team is kind of decided exactly what those points will be used for, but the point is you do get to stake and you do get to earn something in return. And if you look at kind of, the other products that they have, the apps, right? They have a launch pad where other creators can build things, right? Creator X. The Essence Hub I already spoke about, where you earn Essence points or raffles to stake your OVOL NFT. I already told you about the dollar cost averaging, fractionalized NFT feature, right? You have market making optionality too, where you could provide liquidity in your OVOL token as well as your Solana tokens, where you can basically make money to provide liquidity, right? So there's a ton of stuff that I believe that makes this ecosystem, this entire project, and especially the OVOL token, a little bit more exciting, something different than the typical NFT project where you're kind of just buying like, some random project. Like if you kind of look at the projects down, right? Like that there's a dime a dozen, there's hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of projects. You don't even know what's going to do well or what's not. And again, this is not investment advice. I'm not telling you Ovals is 100% going to do well or anything as such. I'm just telling you that I do like the fact that when communities grind it out all through the bear market and they keep building and they have a hub of different products, and they have a community that continuously grows and puts out good art and puts out good material, and they communicate, are actively communicating with community members and engaging with them. I think incredible things do happen for communities like this, right? Whether it be exposure through the OVOL NFT or it be exposure through the OVOL token. So again, I know liquidity is really low. I know the market cap's really low. It could easily go to zero. You're right. I mean, again, this is not investment advice, but I'm just telling you that it always helps to look at products that are very different and start looking at relative value accrual in terms of potential, right? Like I showed you earlier, if we go to the NFT stats right now, okay, so market cap wise, the largest market cap NFTs are CryptoPunks, right? No one can, in general, afford an NFT punk. I mean, it's $135,000, right? Do they have fractionalized CryptoPunks that you could buy into? No. Bored Ape Yacht Club, they actually do have, I think, a token associated with Bored Ape, but it did horribly, right? Like basically, majority of the community who owned the NFTs, the Bored Apes, actually got those tokens and they dumped it on everybody else. Majority of these communities, first of all, are too high of a value in terms of floor price for most people to afford. And they don't have tokens for people like you and I to buy into to get exposure, right? So I think this is the next big wave, in my opinion, where fractionalized NFTs are going to do really, really well, because it's kind of like, in crypto, everybody likes to speculate on different cryptocurrencies, right? You try to find what's going to be the next, Solana, the next competitor to Ethereum, what will be, the next big thing. And you try to relatively look at market caps at times, and you say, oh, well, this has potential, from 1 million to 50 million because the other protocol is trading at 50 million, right? That's how we do relative analysis. And so the relative analysis right now tells me that if I'm looking at, so let's just say Mad Lads right now, right? Trading at 16,000 or 152 SOL. Okay, and I already told you, Ovals trades at a floor price of pretty much like 7 to 10, let's just say, right? That's a pretty massive ceiling between Mad Lad's floor and Ovals. Additionally, market cap wise, Mad Lads is worth 163 million. Ovals is worth 7 million. Right? I think that's, again, almost a 20x difference. Not to mention, once again, the fact that a majority of these projects that sit above Ovals have no token. So imagine what will happen when the average investor gets the opportunity to buy. So here's how I see NFT projects. Okay. So, this is time and this is the floor price, right? Over time, the NFT projects will slowly rise in the floor price. So this is floor price and this is time. Okay. All right. So the floor price will slowly rise and rise and rise, right? And eventually at one point, most people are kind of, cut out of the market in terms of being able to afford the NFT, right? Because the price is just too high. But then what really happens is you can actually have a token associated with, so let's just say this is Ovals, right? The thing is, the NFT token itself is mimicking the overall project itself, but it may trade on like a different axis, right? In terms of, so now if I make this second axis right here as token, okay? Token. There, the price, all right, starts much, much lower, right? And it trades lower and trades lower, but sometimes it can spike very high in terms of volatility, right? Because people are very, very much interested. But again, it's much more affordable because you can fractionally buy one token. Even if the token is currently trading at 77 cents versus $7 versus $70, it's still nowhere close to buying one NFT for $16,000. You get what I'm saying? So the opportunity cost for a majority of these NFTs is that they have effectively created a barrier of entry for anyone to enter into their ecosystem, whereas Ovals has created effectively no barrier to entry, reduced the friction, and anyone can get exposure to their NFT project. So when these tokens actually hit the market and they start trading in bull markets as this floor price is going up, what I can definitely see is this will trade something like this alongside the floor price, higher and higher and higher. But again, because this is on a different axis, right? The floor price is still going to be significantly high, and it will cut out most people from being able to afford the token, the NFT. But this, even when it's in this channel just trading up, will be affordable for most people because they can buy one token, they can buy a fraction of the token, they can buy hundreds and thousands of tokens, however they see fit. right? So this is kind of my general thought process is, I think this is going to open up basically a whole world of opportunities for the NFT tokenized market for these NFT projects. And so currently, trading at 172 market cap, 172K market cap. And again, as far as I can see, like I don't see any issue with the OVOL supply being too inflationary, because I was trying to ask the um, founders and the team about how exactly are they going to create tokens or burn them. So basically, every one of these ovals has the potential to evolve, right? So all the ones that have like these bright eyes, I think, are evolved NFTs. And you need 1,000 OVOL tokens to evolve one NFT. So now look, there's 10,000 of these, right? And let's just say, maybe only 1,000 have evolved. Well, that means 9,000 of them will need 9,000 times 1,000 of these tokens to evolve. So guess what? Whoever buys these NFTs in the future has also to get their hands on these OVOL tokens if they want to evolve their OVOL NFT. So you can see it actually creates an incentive for not only the NFT holders to buy the OVOL token, but the non-OVOL NFT holders can hang on to these tokens, because eventually, if people want to evolve their OWL, their OVOL NFT, they need these tokens. So it creates, buy pressure from both sides. And I think to me, that is, still, again, quite fascinating, how different winds can come into play to push something up like this Ovals NFT project to push higher in terms of its floor price right here, and shoot the token up higher, right? So again, I'm not going to harp on this too much. Like I showed you relative value, right? Azuki trading at 137 million market cap. The highest market cap is $1.3 billion for CryptoPunks. And like I said, Ovals trades at a piddly 7.7 million, right? So the ceiling of opportunity is massive, not only for that OVOL NFT, but the OVOL token. Okay. So again, I'm not really a big holder in the OVOL NFT art. I only have, maybe like one or two, but the tokens I'm starting to slowly buy more and more, right? I'm starting to buy it more and more because it's like, okay, so $300 gets me into the top 100, right? Um, you know, if this thing 10x's and this goes to 1.7 million, again, 1.7 million, the $300, right? Your $300 becomes 3,000. So that to me is, again, one of the more incredible things of low market cap assets like this, where the exponential, like, gains to the upside are significantly larger, because no one really knows how to value this stuff. They don't even know the value proposition. They don't know how to properly, do comparative, analysis of how does OVOL, the token, compare to market cap of, say something like CryptoPunks or Zookies, right? Or Mad Lads. No one really knows. And the thing is, the opportunity almost always lies when people don't necessarily know how to value something, right? The valuing aspect is a little bit more blurry and it's, murky, but it's there. Like if you dig into it enough and you start doing, some fundamental analysis, some math, then you start realizing, oh, wow, this actually has some pretty solid potential. So again, I kind of bring this up as, a potential opportunity of for something for you guys to do research into, right? Again, this is not investment advice. Um, uh, yeah, full disclosure, I already own, the Ovals NFT. Full disclosure, I already own some of that OVOL token. But again, it's like anyone can break into the top 100 with like a couple $100. So what difference does it make? Right? Like, I'm not telling you guys about this project when it's like 50 million. It's at 175K. And again, yeah, it's possible that maybe I'm completely wrong, right? That's very true. But being wrong at 175K with a couple $100 as a downside versus if this was at 50 million and you have to, I don't know, put in like $50,000 just to break into the top 100, I would take this kind of opportunity any day, right? So this is kind of where I am with this project. Again, do your own research. You can go to Jupiter to buy the OVOL token. Make sure you look at the proper address, right? Go to Deck Screener. Make sure you click copy here so you grab the right address, verify it, et cetera, et cetera. Again, none of this is investment advice. Please do your own research. Check out the Ovals NFT Twitter. Yeah, that's all I gotta say. I think it's a pretty incredible project. I really like talking to the community. I really like the team. And let's see if this turns out to be the next STBOT, because that one I clearly nailed with a pretty solid, anywhere depending on what time you saw my video, like what day, anywhere from like a 30x to a 10x, right? So I was pretty happy about doing video analysis and research on that. And again, it wasn't like a meme coin or a dog coin. It's like these projects have real fundamental value, real teams, real products that are being built and users are using. And I find that, to be a little bit, hold more integrity and value than something like a dog coin, dog with a hat or whatever. Yeah. So anyway, let's kick ass. Let's make Solana, one of the greatest ecosystems for NFTs, or DeFi. And I think one of the ways to do that is probably, via the Ovals NFT project. So we'll see you on the next video. Okay. Cheers. If you have any questions, shoot them my way, or join our Discord channel. The link is below. All right. Take care, everybody.